How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to More Than Logic. Today I'm joined by a very special lady. I'm not going to tell you her name, she'll do that herself. We're going to be having a little discussion, conversation, business, mindset, lifestyle, and health. That's what we're all about here. So please introduce yourself to the people.
I've always found this question weird, like, how do you introduce yourself?
Okay.
You know, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it. Hi, everybody. My name is Avehe. I am a digital creator. I am a photographer, and yeah, I'm an auntie. I'm a sister. That's basically who I am.
Yeah, that's a lot of
Titles, eh?
a lot of tattoos. But I like it. I like it. Are you nervous?
Very.
Well, you don't look it. You don't look it. So you're doing quite well. I'm gonna ask you my favorite question right now, that I like asking people. Oh, not my favorite. One of my favorites. How's your heart? If your heart could be in front of you right now, what would it say to you?
I think right now it's
Yeah.
at peace.
At peace?
Yeah, I'm actually content. Besides the nervousness of
Yeah.
recording this, my heart is okay. It
That's
hasn't been
nice.
okay in a long time, but
Yeah.
now it's finally like, I'm at peace. I'm
Yeah.
content with where I am in life right now.
That's
So,
nice. That's
yeah.
nice. What do you think has helped in your life in attaining peace?
Having a really solid support system.
Yeah.
My family
Yeah.
is one of the driving forces of peace.
So you're a big
chaotic.
family girl.
I'm a big family girl.
Yeah.
It can be so chaotic, but it's in that chaos that I find my peace. It's almost like I'm anchored when
Yeah.
I'm with my family. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's where I draw my strength from. And obviously I'm a Christian girly, so obviously God.
Yeah,
That's it.
perfect. So
Yeah.
you're very religious.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's good to know. I asked you just now and what your biggest fear is, and you said it's losing your siblings.
Yes.
Tell me why that is.
Oh my, like I said, they're my anchor. They are my North Star. So imagine if
Really?
you're gone. Yes, like I can't imagine my life without my
Yeah.
siblings. Like, it just makes sense. The four of us together just makes sense. So without even just one of them, I can't imagine how it's supposed to be. So
How many siblings do you have?
so I have 4 from my mom,
Yeah.
and then we have a 5th one he's not like my sibling, he's like our
Yeah.
baby, because he's like 17 years younger than I am.
Yeah.
So he qualifies as
17 years.
17
That's a small
younger.
kid.
17 years, it's crazy. So for me, I consider him to be like part of the baby. So
Yeah.
sometimes when you're like my siblings and you're like 4 and people are like,
Yeah.
y'all are not 4, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
I know, but like, yes. So yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you more ethical stuff, ethics and morality.
But before we continue, can you tell me how your heart is? How's your heart?
Yo?
Yo? I'm worried.
My heart is actually fine, man. If my heart would say to me right now, it would say, yo, if my heart was in front of me right now, it would say, Ignatious, we have a bright future in front of us. Let's keep going at it.
So it's
I hope that's what it would say, but I think it would say like, you've been pushing hard, and hopefully it would say, I'm proud of you.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah, so.
Over to you. Be ethical.
Before I start crying here. What's that?
No, it's
Okay.
to the front.
That's fine. Okay, so, oh yeah, and the camera I think is probably charged.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
the question I'm gonna ask you now is, do you ever doubt yourself or feel uncertain?
Oh my God, all the time.
Really?
All the time. Like,
How do you cope with feelings of doubt?
I think
or
I have the worst
uncertainty?
imposter syndrome ever.
Really?
The worst, like all the time. But I think, how do I deal with it? I just throw myself in the deep end.
Really?
As always, I go cry at home. Like,
Yes.
tell them I'm so scared. I don't know if I can do this, and then they will tell me like, no,
Yeah.
pretty sure you can. You know, you are able to. We know, we believe in you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, okay, fine. You know, I'm just gonna throw myself in the deep end and do it, because I really always just feel like I'm not worthy of. I'm an imposter in this field,
Yeah.
and I've been doing it for so long. I should
Yeah.
actually hone it. Like, even coming to this podcast, it's one of those things that I had to like. Can you? Why does he want to sit and talk with you? Why all of that? So I always have a lot of whys, but at the end, I'm just like, just do it. It's okay. Yeah. So I kind of like it.
Just throw yourself in the deep end and then
Just like it.
learn to swim as you go.
As you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you cope with this? Oh yeah, you just told me now. Oh my goodness. Can you describe a moment that where you felt really in despair, like really challenged in your life? One of them. You can tell me one of them that you're comfortable sharing.
I have a lot. This is why I keep on saying I'm a fossil.
A lot?
I have a lot. I've experienced quite a few things, or that I would consider that led me to despair. But I think one of them would be losing my mom. I lost my mom when I was 13.
Okay.
And I don't think it dawned on me. I think it's one of those things that I've been dealing with as I grow and as I navigate. So how did I deal with it? I think I just learned to accept that grief is forever. You will forever grieve. It's part of life. You just learn to grieve better. It doesn't become better, but you learn to grieve better. You start to do it in a different way. You're not always going to be bawling and crying. Sometimes you're going to have to write about it to make yourself feel better. But I just feel like it's a process and it's part of life. There is a quote that says that grief is love that has nowhere to go. And I can understand that. And you're always going to feel that. On Mother's Day, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel like, where am I supposed to pour this love in? So what I've started to do now is I just honor the mothers in my life, the people that are there. My sister with her, my niece's mom, like I just do that. I honor them and I give them that love because it has nowhere to go. But there are people who are moms who are out there, so I honor them.
Grief is love that has nowhere to go. That's lovely. I've never heard someone put it like that. That makes so much sense because I guess you really never get over losing someone, especially to those people that have lost parents or loved ones. I really feel for them. And
just navigating grief in general will lead you to look for all of the resources. Like you're going to sit and you're like, why them? And then you'll go into, biblically, there's a scripture that says like, the good ones die young. And I'm like, why? This is in the Bible. Like, why do I need to know this? You know, so I feel like as you navigate grief, you read so much about it. And that's how I came across that quote. I came across that quote. I came across those scriptures, and I just kind of just comfort myself with all of that.
Nice, lovely. So yesterday we were at my event together, and which went quite okay.
It was nice.
It was
really nice.
Thank you. And I remember you asked some questions about debt and all that. So now I want to know, what are some limiting beliefs that you learned, you've been taught as growing up, especially about entrepreneurship and business, that you're trying to unlearn yourself, being a person that's trying to venture into entrepreneurship as a young lady?
That's actually good. Okay, so I think the one thing that I can safely say my parents did, it didn't limit me. The world was my oyster. I could do whatever I wanted to do. I could be whoever I wanted to be. So I think I had the benefit of growing up between two cultures. I grew up both in a hetero girl and a Kwarudi girl. So because of that, I got exposed to two ways of doing life. And my dads are hustlers. So I keep saying my dads. It's a bit confusing to everyone, but it's okay. I'm not about to explain my family tree
it's fine.
So my dads are hustlers. That's what they do. So because they are that, they make sure like we also embody that. So I think my only struggle has always been the finance part, because I've always believed that you should build something from scratch, but then I didn't know, like, in terms of like, how do you go about money? So the bank, how does that work? Because I know people who have gone to bank and have their things repossessed. So I've always been one of those, like, I'd rather save for 6 months than go get from the bank for 6 months. So I think that's something that I need to debunk, and that I'm learning as the older I get to debunk that. But for the most part, really, my parents have done a brilliant job in terms of telling me that I can be exactly whoever I want to be, whenever I want to be, at whatever age I want to be. Like, I'm not limited. You can start over in your 30s, you can start over in your 40s. You can just do anything you want to do. So
oh, that's lovely. Depends for your parents.
Good job, guys.
That's very well said. And how do you define success to yourself, and has that definition evolved over time?
Whew, okay, alrighty. So
I'm asking deep questions.
It's going very deep. Okay, so I think for the not for the longest time, I think in earlier years I thought that money was a defining factor in terms of success. But I think what I've come to realize is that having well-functioning relationships, that's defining, that's how I define my success. How do I communicate, and how do I navigate relations with people, because that's it. People are where it's at. You know, you can't do life alone. You're not called to do life alone. So how do I navigate those relationships is what I measure my success on.
Yeah.
How many people in the world actually, in how many people's stories are you a villain, is how I recognize whether I am a success.
Want to be a villain?
No.
What?
Because if you are a villain in almost everyone's
I'm
life,
just joking.
that goes to show
Yeah.
that you are the problem.
Yeah.
So I just feel like for you to be successful is to introspect and to actually really hold the mirror up to your face and be like, where can I be better? What can I do to be a better human being? Because at the end of the day, if you're kind, that's it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all it takes.
I can vouch for you. I think you're very kind, you're very sweet, you're very polite, accommodating.
Thank you. I like that.
It's for the camera. You're also very...
I love it. Yeah.
Oh, well, if you want to know, well, how do I define success?
Yes, please tell me, because like you're so business driven, because I feel like I'm really a girly girl in terms of when I think of all of these things. Like I'm very much not money focused.
Yeah.
As in general, right? I'm not money focused. I just feel like if I can pay my rent, I'm okay. I'll be fine. I don't like things. I'm not a liker of things. So it's hard for me to be like, no, but like you need to have this much, you need to do this. So I feel like for someone who's doing business, and as a man, because remember you're a man, we're different, completely different just on that level, right? Because you're a man, you probably need to provide for your family one day. You probably need to, are you firstborn?
No, I'm second born, but I'm the first boy child.
Firstborn son?
Yeah.
Okay, so already
Big
just on that,
responsibility.
exactly, we're different. So I'm pretty sure you view success differently from how I view it.
To me, success is other people around me being able to live a good life because of me.
That's good.
And to have the respect of my peers, especially in the male sector. Respect is a big thing for us men.
Yes.
And it comes from understanding that this guy has taken on a lot of challenges in his life, and men will look at that and say, you have my respect. So the one thing I can definitely say for sure about us men is that no matter whether you're a bad or a good guy, one thing we all understand is effort.
Okay.
So whether you're a villainous person, if you're a very good fighter, we'll respect you for being a very good fighter.
Yeah.
And that is what I want to have, respect for my peers. And I know that's something I have to earn, especially that's success to me. And like, I don't know, some people would say a happy life or whatever. I don't really care much about happiness, to be honest. Like I just like because I realized as I grow older, I kind of like have one mood. For me, it's a weird thing to say. It's a weird thing to say, but like I experience things like, of course I smile and enjoy myself, but at the end of the day, it's like just keep going, just get things done. There's more to happen. Even like yesterday, I think when we had our event, afterwards, my brother asked me, he was like, so how did you feel about the event? And then I'm like, I don't know, because like, I was sitting for like 2 hours straight because we were sitting together, and I was just looking at the ceiling like this, and I was going literally through everything that I still remember about the event. What could I have done better? To me, it's already bygones. So it's I don't have the time to celebrate it. And I don't know if it's a weird thing to say. Maybe people are different.
I think it's a very stoic approach to life.
Maybe.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with being stoic. I just feel like one day you're going to have children, and they're going to shake you a bit in terms of your being stoic, because they really create something in your heart.
Oh, I love children.
Yes.
I love children.
Do you have nieces, nephews?
Yeah, I love children. Children have this weird ability to bring out these different emotions.
Yes.
But in that sense, I think more like this whole stoic approach, I'd say, I don't know, I just don't want to get comfortable with enjoying things. Like I feel like if I enjoy the good thing that happened about this event, I sit there and enjoy it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm all this and that. I just want to be like, because to me myself, when I look at myself, I'm just a man. I'm just a simple human being who might be pushing harder than others, but at the end of the day, I'm just a man. I bleed like others, I sweat like others. I can also fall into comfort like others, so I'm trying my best to avoid that. So I don't know if that makes sense.
I think I think it does. I feel like you can be a bit kinder to yourself though. That's also coming from a girl's perspective in terms of like you can enjoy a little bit like, oh, I hosted an event. People learned something from there. That's a good thing. Pat yourself on the back. I mean, keep it pushing, definitely. Keep it pushing, but like I feel like there's no harm in don't camp there. But it's okay to sit in your glory for a few seconds and then keep it pushing. Yeah.
I think maybe it's time for me to get married. That balance where it looks like
yeah, I mean your family will really cheer you on here. They will revel in it for
you can do it on my behalf.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
so let's move on. What do you think makes a good woman? Yes.
Wow. I never. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Okay, that's easy actually. Now I think about it. I think I was thinking too much about it.
Really? Okay.
I think what makes a good person, forget a woman, what makes a good person is just to be kind. For me, that's my thing. Whether you're a woman, whether you're a man, to be good, to be a good person is to be kind.
But what is kindness? Because when I hear kindness, kindness to me sometimes is like if someone says something that is very, maybe let's say harassing someone, I have to be aggressive, and that's my way of showing kindness in order to be able to defend someone else. So I don't know, how do you view kindness?
I was so kind.
So that's still in your same page?
For me, my thing is, whatever you do in life must be done from love, from a place of love. Because when someone is harassing somebody, you are protecting them. That comes from love. So I think everything should be done in love. So even in your kindness, do it in love. You're not doing it to be better than others. You're not doing it for whatever, but you're doing it because it's love. Love makes us do all of those things. So I just feel like be loving and just be kind. Be kind in your actions. Be kind in everything that you do. And I think that's it. So I think that's it. Just be kind. For me, a good woman is a kind woman. Be kind and work and operate from a place of love. That's it.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you now, do you think it's more important to be relevant, or is it more important to do the right thing? So to have influence?
Oh, definitely do the right thing.
Why do you say that?
Because at the end of the day, like I said, guys, I'm a Christian girly. So at the end of the day, you're going to answer to God. So be relevant for who? For the people here on earth. And then,
well, I mean, relevance brings money and fame and all those things.
If it's not from God, I don't want it. That's my thing. That's me, right? So I would rather do the right thing, and whatever the cost. If I lose $1 billion because I did the right thing, I will sleep better at night. I respect my sleep. One thing about me, I love to sleep. I know I love to sleep, and if it's gonna cost me my rest and my peace, I don't want it. Rather do the right thing. And sometimes it feels like you're just saying this. No, if it costs me my peace, I am not doing it. That's it.
Okay, so now I'm gonna ask you a question. No, let me leave this question. I'll ask you something else.
I feel like I should be worried about that question.
Oh, it's a question that... No. Let me go for something else. What has been your most significant failure, and what did you learn from it?
Your most significant failure?
Yeah.
What did I learn from it? Can I say it on camera as the question?
Or one of them.
I know.
Wait. I want top three. Top three is good. Top three is good. Yeah, it has to be top three.
Okay, so one is relational. Second is in terms of school. Third. What would be third? I don't know. Okay, let's do the two. Okay, so I think relational, I failed at a relationship that I really was hoping it's a forever thing. So I failed at that. And I think that was one of those like, oh my God, how do I get back from this? And it happens to the best of us. And I think, how did I get over it? Or how did I get past that failure? Or how did I redeem myself? I think I'm still redeeming myself. But I think, again, I feel like family has a way of breathing life back into me. So my family did that. They just breathed life back into me. And the other thing was also in terms of school. I remember my grade 12. I did poorly and on purpose at that. That's a crazy thing, right? I did poorly on purpose because I told my dad I didn't want to be part of the science field. I didn't want to do science. I'm not a science girly. And he insisted. And on purpose, I did not study. But then at the end of the day, I looked at it and I was like, dude, you failed yourself. You didn't fail him. You failed yourself. So I had to do better for myself there and then. But I had to admit to myself in that moment that, no, you're failing you. Not him. He's done. He has his life together. What do you think this is? And then I just got back to school and did better. And here I am now.
My mom is going to be watching this episode and she's going to tell me like, because I also failed my exams on purpose. I would go to the exam room and just sleep.
Oh my God, you slept. At least I tried.
And then the teacher would come like, write something. And then I would only write because, and then you know when you write your names like 10 times, just going with the pen over the name.
Oh, you are just a rebel. That's crazy.
And I don't regret it yet. I hope there are no. But it's because like I really didn't want to go to university. I ended up going to university. I still, because I had like, I don't know, maybe an A star in English and math.
The points somehow made
They somehow made it. I swear I didn't write like half of the exams, but somehow I made it. I mean, it's probably because I'm intelligent like that. But
like it for you, Shem. I like it for you.
So do you think there's anything you could have done in all those situations, that all those significant failures to yourself? Do you sometimes feel like, oh, there's still something I could have done?
The relational one, no. The school one, obviously I could have just studied and did what I did, but the relational one, no. But I also realized that certain things happen for a reason. It's fine that, and at the end of the day, I always just say that all things work together for the good of those who love him, and I love him, so it will work out for my good at the end of the day. So I think to a certain extent it feels like, what could I have done better? What could I, because there's always a lot of introspection. But at the end of the day, it's done. Like you said, let bygones be bygones. It's in the past. Let's move forward. So
I hope you're not holding grudges.
No, I think those things kill you. So I've really done a good job at working on healing and moving past that. Do
you think you're a creative person?
Do I think I'm a
creative person?
Oh yes.
Really?
Of course, yes. I think I come alive in terms of creating. Whatever it is, like, I love it. I do, especially when it comes to videography or whatever. Like, I like to make things come alive. And
do you think the world is lacking in opportunities for, do you think the world is lacking in opportunities for women?
I don't think it's lacking. I think we're just not taken seriously, and therefore it's not easy to collaborate with a woman as opposed to with a man. They trust a man to do that more because it's just like, you're probably going to go start with your family and leave us in the dust. And it's always like that when it comes to women in anything, right? It's always a thing of like, you're a woman, you're bound to get pregnant, you're bound to whatever and leave and go focus on building your family. Or yes, they just feel like women are more distracted in life, and that's the burden of having a woman, I guess. So I said it.
I would never know. I am a man, and I quite like being a man. I want to stay a man.
I would never be a man.
I like.
Oops.
I hope it's not like battery or something.
It is battery.
It is battery.
Yeah.
It needs to be charged or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I want to get.
What does it look like right now?
Not too good actually.
Okay, we can just finish the episode at least.
Yeah.
Do we have a charger for it?
We have a charger.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Bloopers.
What was I asking you? It was being, I enjoy being a man. So we need to round off this episode. It's been a pleasure. I really enjoyed it. So if there's something you could say to any girl that's sitting out there, maybe in despair, she wants. I have to repeat the question. Right. Okay, so as we're rounding off this episode, I need to know, is there anything you'd say that you want to share to people out there that are striving to better themselves, or maybe girls that are in despair, that don't see hope for themselves? What would you say to those people?
Sure. Okay, that's a lot. Especially you said despair and you're struggling. So I think at the end of the day, you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in you and what you're capable of. And like I said before, all things work together for your good as long as you love God. right? So I think my advice to whoever is out there struggling is that it will work out. It always works out. Somehow it always works out.
Yeah.
So be you. Don't try to be a replica. Be you and thrive in being you. Because no one else can thrive at being you. And that's it.
Yeah. Okay. I think also what I would like to add is
living for this.
I think what I would like to add is like this too shall pass, I guess. Like everything, no matter how bad something it is, no matter how bad something is or how good something is, it shall pass. And there's seasons in life.
Yeah.
And there's a recent little, I guess, saying that was said by this guy called Andrew Tate that people like talking about. I saw a video of him and I loved it. He was like, it said, good times don't last forever. And he said, neither do bad times.
Yeah.
So guys, good times and bad times, they don't last forever.
I can't believe we're ending on an Andrew Tate, but you know what, it's okay.
Thank you very much for this episode. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. What's your surname? How do you pronounce it?
Which one? The one on social media? Because I don't share my real surname on the gram.
It's fine. Let's stick to Avehe.
There
Give
we
me
go.
5. Thank you.
It's done.
Oh, this guy doesn't want his job anymore.